We're recording now.
That's good.
Alrighty, welcome back to another video where today we are going to be starting a brand new sort of series, see where it goes, and if it goes nowhere, I don't care, this is free to make anyway. Alright. In the Dungeoneer's Tavern, and today we got Eldritch Defender, and and Martin Legations.
I muted myself when I'm not sure that I'll stop it. I'm gonna move real quick. One moment, I'm pausing the record.
Of course.
Oh, right. Everybody please welcome our guest stars, my dogs, because I'm going to kidnap them now to make sure that they don't act up. Like, stop looking at my face. Stop looking at my
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Indeed.
Alright. In this very first episode, we are going to be talking about dynamic duos, and that will be the discussion topic. The rules for this discussion are only 2 player characters working together, as in no other pitching ins from anyone else, to sort of help the occasional 2-player parties that may arise. They both have to be simultaneously, helping each other's abilities in some way, shape, or form. You can't be just a leech and having only one benefit.
Yeah.
All right.
Dynamic duo, just like my dogs.
Yes, very much so.
I've thought a bit about this already, and the one that I think would be best is the cleric and the wizard combination. The cleric has a good damage spells, and even some good control spells as well, such as spirit guardians and if you're like cleric, fireball.
Yo, wait, I just accidentally changed channels to check out my DMs real quick. Is that good, or should we just have me on this exact place for the entire recording?
I think that'll be okay.
Right.
I don't know.
Remarking on my profile picture change. But anyways, that's not important. We're recording a video here. So anyways, yes, I see cleric and wizard. But the thing is, neither of them are particularly beefy. So
you don't if you need to make a tanky cleric, you can always put them in heavy armor and get a shield that'll cover your defenses.
Yes, but will it cover the fact that a single dragon's breath could wipe them both out?
What is that? You won't be fighting the dragons until you could tank a hit from them.
Yes, but you're gonna have to tank several. After all, a dragon fight isn't just like one breath, then you're out.
Yeah.
You gotta chase them down and keep surviving. But then again, that's just dragons. That's not even covering Death Knights with their fucking 3 powerful AoEs per day.
As for the defenses, the cleric would be the primary tanky one, as they have the higher of the hit points and the ability to have heavy armor, as well as self-healing in their spells. And the wizard, they would be able to still tank elemental attacks with absorb elements or shield to protect against physical attack.
That's a good point. But again, neither of them are particularly beefy.
That's yeah.
Yeah, that is true. And it is, I will say, it is kind of difficult to add wizard to a dynamic duo because of its low hit points. They
are good in like full parties. They don't work well in single numbers.
I will I will always, as I always bring up the Stonecaster fallacy. That being that the casters and marshals of equal strength, the caster will always be sturdier due to shield, absorb elements, and other some spells.
Yeah, but those won't really save you. And like by level 6, the barbarian's gonna be able to eat up 150 damage considering resistances without dying. And the wizard would die in like a single great axe hit from a frost giant.
If they get hit.
I mean, a wizard's gonna have to have a pretty big dexterity investment in order to not get hit by that.
Not
Shield ain't gonna
really.
cover them all. They don't have armor either. So if you
They
want to get your
can.
AC above 20, unless you're a blade singer, that's gonna take a 20 dex.
One level dip in either artificer or cleric will fix that armor problem.
That is true. We did a lot of multi-classing.
That's a good point.
And I think the optimal group was the optimal domain for cleric would probably be trickery domain cleric. And as for a wizard, if you want to be
Wizard subclass does not matter that much.
yeah, the wizard subclass, it doesn't really matter, but you do want to get that one level dip in either cleric or artificer quickly
Yeah,
for armor.
Yeah, one of my
that is true.
favorites is just a war cleric and a barbarian of any kind, because guided strike is just really really useful for helping them get great when master hits off.
Yep.
And then you can buff their damage a bunch. But additionally, getting haste on one of them with another
Yeah.
class that actually has that is also helpful. Barbarians just generally work well with full casters who can buff them, because they're good at keeping themselves alive. And if you pick up like Sentinel, or I mean that's not going to stop you from a lot of shit, but it might help you draw attention to yourself. Like Ancestral Guardian is really great at drawing attention to yourself from an
Yeah.
ally. The other subclasses are good at just. Bear Totem isn't great for dynamic duos though, because it's just like you are a tank here.
Yeah.
You're not helping your ally. Until
That
14th
totem
level.
is a good that totem is a good singular class, but
But then there's
Yeah,
Zealot
it's good on-
Barbarian paired up with a war cleric, and the war cleric can prep Revivify and endlessly bring the barbarian back to life, no matter how many times they die.
yeah.
So that's fun. That's a good teamwork there. The barbarian does everything, and then as soon as they die, they just get brought back.
A good another good combo would be the cleric and paladin.
Ah, yes.
The
The holy
cleric,
pair.
the holy duo. With cleric, you most likely concentrate on something like spirit guardians to control the enemy's speed, and then the paladin can focus on Nova to bring down the biggest enemies.
Oh yes, paladins also work well with barbarians. Everything works well with barbarians in a dynamic duo.
Barbarian is quite a decent class.
Indeed.
a local barbarian, everybody.
Barbarians are the best. I can vouch as the personal barbarian expert. Look at my where's my rolls? How do I show the recording my rolls? Server profile.
Yeah,
Right,
the barbarian.
Where do I show them my rolls?
I think you would just like click the little people, click your profile,
Where is
Scroll
it?
down to your roles,
Oh, what?
and then
There it is.
there's
Look
literally
at
no other
there.
way without
Look at
exposing the
that.
rest of your things.
Look
It
at
would be at
that.
the way bottom.
I'm the barbarian, guys. I'm the Unga
Yep.
Bunga man.
And
And
I'm the cleric.
beg me
And
to
I'm
make
the...
the role pink.
Yes, indeed. I did ask him to make the roll pink because I love the color pink. It's the best color.
And I'm the wizard main here.
Yes, indeed.
And of course, I gave myself the Warlock role. And if you want the role, then hop on down to the server and just pitch why you should be the class-specific role that you want. Down by Mod Ask Stuff channel. It's under the main lounge. You should be able to find it. This is a small server.
Yeah.
But generally, I think that the best classes to be in a duo generally are paladins, clerics, barbarians, because paladins, god tier support. Clerics, literally god tier support. Barbarians, unga bunga tier tankiness. And other classes, they fit better into bigger parties where you like have more rules to cover. But I think paladin and cleric can
I
generally cover more roles
yeah,
better than other classes can.
I would recommend the wizard as well, as they have really good both control and damage spells. And those are the two important things of D&D: control and the damage.
Yeah, but they have to have an ally who keeps them alive, who is really,
Yeah.
really good at keeping them alive, or else they're going to go down.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the mid, if you don't get that armor dip. Yep.
Yeah. One thing that does interest me that Eldritch here did early game in our Sunday game was a lot of web. To
Yes.
say it like that, a lot of web. It came in clutch very well, and our other player, who was a cleric, but a charging in type cleric, that helped them a lot. Yeah, they got caught in the web sometimes, but it did help out a lot.
Web is the wizard's first control spell, and it's one of the best.
It's
It's
pretty good as far as second level spell goes.
yeah, it's really good because it gives not just the difficult terrain, but also the restrained condition to anyone stuck inside, and it also it also requires both an action and the movement to leave the web. So if you have another caster with either slow or Tasha's mind whip, you can do either towards the people stuck in the web, and because they have to choose to use an action, movement, or bonus action, they cannot move out of that web until the spell until either spell wears off.
What do you think about setting the web on fire? What's your opinion of that?
Never fucking set my web on fire.
Oh,
But what if
yeah.
I really, really want to? What if it's just looking so flammable there? My match is looking
If
so tasty.
Okay, so there's a few case scenarios when it's okay. When the enemies are really low and the extra fire damage from the web will take them out, or when the party members need to go through the web, in which case the wizard will be better just dropping concentration off their tone.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I also find it kind of funny that none of us have like mentioned the bard, which is like the support class of this game. The bardic inspiration spammers for the dynamic duos. Do you guys just think they like fit in better with larger parties, or
I
About
think that is a valid case. Like a lot of Bard stuff is better for like a larger group, considering they are minor buffs. But a minor buff among literally everybody could be considered a major buff in its
Yeah.
own right.
Just like their second level spell, just like their second level ability, they're jack of all trades, but not really a master of all. They master some places, but not a lot.
but I
So,
must say there is one funny combination you can do with a College of Creation bard and a rogue
mm,
of any subclass who picks up the mounted combatant feat. At level 6, you can make the dancing statue, you can make it hover, you could drag your rogue into the sky on top of it, and and they can just use sneak attack with advantage on everyone because everyone is smaller than their mount, and that's just a bit funny. It may not be
yeah,
as viable or as powerful as some other options here, but it's funny.
That is most definitely true. I know the other day, actually last week on Monday game, I basically took out a whole group of pirates by myself with just an imp helping me
yeah.
with the darkness spell cast on the imp as it literally flew around and kept enveloping the pirates in darkness while I had dark vision and I wrecked them. So
Yeah.
I can imagine like that sort of thing being comboed with the barbarian. Granted, I don't know how the barbarian would get Devil's Sight because that kind of is
To
important.
Eldritch Adept.
I mean,
You
why would
did.
they take Eldritch Adept when they can take Fighting Adept to get Blind Sight, which is thus that much better? I mean, it's a
Yeah.
shorter range, but barbarians only fight in short range anyways, so
That is true.
They can, the advantage of Eldritch Adept over Fighting Initiate is that it allows you to throw your javelins as you close the distance.
Yeah. To be honest,
I
in the beginning of whenever I was starting to play Dungeons and Dragons, that only then did I encounter any barbarians that actually threw javelins. The rest sort of just charged into battle wielding their
Yeah.
axe, glaive, or whatever. Like, and it was odd. Like, almost every barbarian that I would run a game for, like they did throw javelins. And then as I became a more experienced DM, for whatever reason, I came across those that just charge into battle.
remember I've been playing a barbarian in our game for a while. We've been through like a Friday game. We've been through like I don't know a bunch of combats, an absolute fuck ton of combats, and I have thrown weapons twice. Once
Yeah.
it was my glaive because of a reason. I think I ran out of movement or something. And the
Mm.
other time it was a hand axe. I missed and the flying enemy got away. So
Yeah.
but when I don't use it, my damage output is like more than 10 times what throwing the weapons deal. Barbarians are just melee fighters. If you're out of melee, you're not playing optimally.
As the old adage goes, if you don't take a lot of damage in combat, you will either not aggressive enough or the combat was too easy.
That is true. That is the truest thing I've ever heard.
Yep. And as I know my opinion of barbarians. In my experience, I come from a wargaming D&D group, so a lot of combat and you have to worry about making the good the combat modes. So I'm used to seeing any marshals either being ranged or having thrown weapons if they are melee. And in the case of casters, they are almost never squishy.
Yeah, but I have another question for you all. What do you think,
Yeah.
like, for dynamic duos, how did druids work? Because they're one of the more powerful support classes. They've got some good territory control spells, some good healing spells, some
When I
generally
think
pretty great
druid,
class.
I don't know if this is a classism thing. Yes, that is now a word. Hashtag it. But whenever I think druid, I automatically only think of their wild shape ability. Sometimes I forget they actually have spells. You know?
They have
Honestly,
so
when
many
I
spells and some of the best spells
yeah
in the game, man.
conjure animals,
Conjure animals, Goodberry.
That is
yep, I think that for this druid is one of the best
Yeah,
for the dynamic duo because
and you better
they can add
watch
more
out
to the duo.
tomorrow because the one of our players, they've got a moon druid prepared for you. So
Oh god.
have fun with that. And anyways, what was my Eldritch Defender?
being one of the best damage and control spells you can have is conjure animals.
Indeed.
Because if you need the damage, you can just summon a ton of velociraptors, as
But
Martin
also,
knows.
I realized a fun fact about that spell. You don't get to choose what you summon. The DM
Oh
does.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it depends on the reading of it. But I've seen that the vast majority of it allows the players to.
Yes,
And
but
I'm
sometimes they won't.
yeah.
And you need to be prepared for that occasion.
I'll just make you roll wisdom saves. Bite me.
Your intro.
All right. I believe that's all the time we have for this video. I'll see you all later. If you have any other interesting topics that you would like us to discuss and get off topic about, let me know in the comments below. Love to hear what you have to say. Also, make sure to join the server. We need more people.
Yes.
All right. With that
Come
being said,
join.
I'll see you all next time.
Yes. Come join us. Or else. Video over. Bye.